This is in focus. Y'all are good. I was letting y'all get y'all takes off real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this ain't even on, so ain't no takes on the mic.
Hey, bro. It's gonna be good.
Hello, and welcome back to Don't Steal This Podcast on the Black Print Network. I'm J5 here again with Pat Pafifi. You were like
Pafif Zero Miedo.
They
I probably mentioned what is it?
you don't even know how to do. You're so fucking crazy and insane. MC in the building as well, in the control tower.
Did not expect Pat being a big Penta fan there.
Oh, number one.
He's one of the biggest Penta fans.
Number one Penta fan. Are you copping a mask?
It's too expensive.
The mask is like $75.
Yeah, it's like $7. I am gonna get one of the. I haven't gotten a shirt yet because I can't decide which one to get.
Mm-hmm.
He has really good merch. But we also have a special guest here in the control center as well. He just moved here 2 weeks ago, and he's just totally loving it here in California. H Visibility himself, Cyrus the God, is here.
A-lister.
In California, finally. Cyrus, what's up?
More of a demigod, you feel me?
Okay.
I'm not really feeling my final form just yet.
All right. Well,
it is my second week here, and I have been really enjoying it a lot.
and one thing I love about this show is that like all of my friends are in the same room. We have all friends. I think we're only missing like a couple people. You know what I'm saying?
This is like the one time where it's been like long term.
Yeah.
I would have been gone like 3 days.
He had a one-way ticket here, and you know he's here, and like you know we're only missing like Josh and Eric and like a couple people, but like my dream is to have all of us. I don't know how we're gonna make this happen, but have all of us in the room one day.
I fear, well, we already got one thing going where you're actually looking in front of us this time instead of you looking at me to the left, so that's good.
Yes, it's so much more natural,
It's
right?
a lot better.
Yes.
Okay,
Much
so
better.
Because we were doing this last time.
Yeah, you're looking up to this.
Yeah.
It was kind of like something cool was going on. Though.
Yeah, like what's over there? Y'all want to know what's over there because if we were to zoom this camera out, it would not be luxurious at all.
Don't say that. Our production room is amazing.
I'll just need a couch. Like
I'm not buying a couch. We're just gonna get more chairs. The couch isn't sexy for this setup.
I don't know, man.
It's not sexy for the setup. This is I've creative directed this with Mark. The couch is not sexy. We thought of a couch at first, and it didn't work out. And I like the idea of having chairs. And if somebody else wants to join, my whole idea is that we will have another set for them off, a little bit to the left where they can be at. But a couch is just not sexy for me in this frame.
What you got to do is like commission your own couch.
Well, the guy who made, remember the old black print table that we had? We had a guy commission.
It's so heavy.
It's a super heavy table kind of desk thing, and like shout out to Josh for like kind of facilitating that. The same guy who did that made my coffee table.
I love your coffee table.
Yeah, in the front, and my wife had they worked together on it. She was just like masterminded the whole thing, but he's awesome. I haven't actually heard from him from a while, but actually, I would love for him to make us some chairs. That'd be dope.
Michaela and I talked about him making us some shit.
One is
I do.
IG. But yeah, we're back again. Thank you guys again.
Who wants a table?
Who wants a table? We're back again, and I want to thank everybody for watching and listening to ThrowBLKs a week ago. That was Rich Gang the tour. That was less of an episode, MC, and more of us just literally rapping every single bar from that album.
I think those end up being the best ThrowBLKs though.
Hey, people really loved it. You know what? Why else they loved it? Because there's so little to Rich Gang like on YouTube that the first thing they see is our episode.
Yeah. I had to text you and be like, please, can you just confirm what I'm seeing right now? Because this is a little bit, I didn't expect it. Usually our ThrowBLKs, we've covered some huge albums, man. Documentary just turned 20. A bunch of other albums are going to turn 20 very soon, at least this year. Rich Gang, the tour, ends up being one of the ones that you can't really find on DSP, so it's a little bit more difficult than our usual ThrowBLKs and our future ThrowBLKs as well. So when I uploaded it, I was like, is our ThrowBLKs really showing up as the second video when you look at Rich Gang the Tour? Could you just double check that for me? And you're like, yeah, it is.
Well, and again, this is an album or project or whatever the hell they want to call it, that like the only people that are looking for it are people that are looking specifically for this thing, because there's nothing else Rich Gang the Tour ever been created. So
there's no volume 2.
There's no volume 2. There was also no tour. We talked about that.
There's no tour.
This
is one of the best parts about the whole thing.
Where were you, Pat, when the tour came out?
What was it? 2016.
14.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, obviously. It was right before you moved here.
Yep. Were you working?
I was
still at the bank.
No. I finished working at the bank on July 10th of 2013.
Jesus, imagine you holding my money.
I was actually very good. When I count bills, I count them like upside down in a way that makes people uncomfortable.
What?
In what way? In what ways?
I don't really know. Like I count them from the bottom of the stack instead of from the top of the stack.
Oh yeah, but you know why? That made me uncomfortable. You know why? Because it makes it look like it feels like you could easily steal my money by doing that. It feels like you're like, what are you doing? What are you never slipping in my shit?
But I never like I wasn't. No, I think I was at my first PA job when it came out. So, you were
working on Shameless, I believe.
Yeah, I was. I would have been working on Shameless or the first season of Survivor's Remorse I was on Survivor's Remorse when it came out. Yeah.
The LeBron show.
LeBron's first comedy for stars. One of the worst titled shows of all time.
Yeah, but you know why? I think that title actually put people off of that show.
It's because it's just a combination of survivor's guilt and buyer's remorse. Yeah. And then into a new worse thing that means essentially the same thing, except now it's gotten to the point where somebody you'll hear it mentioned not as the show but as the phenomenon of survivor's remorse, and somebody, it might have been, I want to say it's Roddy Ricch, just has a song called Survivor's Remorse.
Yes,
and I'm
he does.
Come on, man. It's not a real thing.
Well, now when you search it, you'll see Roddy Ricch, and then you'll see Survivor's Remorse.
Exactly.
You actually met Maverick Carter and all of that. During the show and all that. How was that?
Oh, incredible. Especially at the time when I was 24, 25 or whatever.
We're unks now.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, again, I would have been 10. It's easy math. I'm 10 years younger than I am now. And the most at ease guy. Didn't need to impress anybody.
Yeah. At that point, hell no.
Yeah. But was so he was just so cool, especially compared to most Hollywood type of people you're gonna meet. I probably saw him for a couple years. I probably saw him once or twice a year, just in the writer's room.
Right.
And I was just an assistant, but he always remembered my name. Always remembered what my hair looked like the last time he'd seen me, which I mean, especially then was a very big deal to me.
That's why you still look like Puck.
Yeah. It with different hair, Puck or Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
But yeah, a very, very cool. I met him, and I also met Future, Drake's.
Oh, his DJ and then manager.
Yeah. But then at the only season that had a premiere party was the first season. But I went into the party and I shook LeBron's hand. And then for some reason, Jeezy and YG were both there, and I shook both of their hands, and they were like, "Who is this?" And I was like, "Why are these guys
here?" And then
here?
Maverick is like, "That's Pat."
Yeah. But my crazy life had just come out, and I was like, "This is nuts."
Yeah.
So that was goddamn. So anyway, that's where I was when the tour was coming out.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah, and waiting for you to move out here, I guess.
Yeah.
We got to get back to talking about where we were in the moment on ThrowBLKs, because I think one of our funniest moments of this past ThrowBLKs were not recorded. Literally 5 minutes after, you were just like, damn, I forgot to say the part where my favorite moment was he was saying, "I'm banging red like strawberry."
Yeah.
And then we went to watch I'm a Ride, and I was just like, I don't think, one, I've ever seen this video.
Yeah.
Two, I did not remember how pissed off people were at the nail polish.
Yeah, for Thug.
I was just
Thug's
damn.
Nail polish was a big point of contention, and then it became popular, just much like every other thing that he does becomes commonplace after he does it.
Yeah, early Thug, he did have a lot of. He dressed like a middle school girl. I'm sorry, that's what he was
did.
No, he did.
He knew that he did.
But y'all remember the picture of him at the gas station with the super skinny jeans?
Yeah.
Sandals with the open toe shoes. That shit used to piss everyone off, dog.
It was one of those moments where it was and this would only get worse, obviously, as the years went on, where people were just irrationally mad at gay people, or just irrationally mad at people just dressing strange.
Or just doing not classic masculine shit. But it is really like a very classic, like Sid Vicious punk rock recipe. Like, oh, you know, you're badass. Well, you know what? I'm gonna kill you dressed like a middle school girl. So fuck you.
And then he tightened it up on the album, talking about I had to wear a dress because I had a stick, and it was just like a.
That is such a good line.
Yes,
and also, sorry, that album cover. People who don't listen to rap at all know that cover.
Yeah.
Like it's famous.
Yeah,
it's
like
for a reason. It's so good.
It is. It's very much an iconic like look for him, but it also again like it it's like remember the hospital picture with him and one of the guys who snitched on him, where they were drinking the lean and they crossed hands like this and they were drinking the lean.
That one was tough.
But it was like that shit to me back then was hard, and people were like looking at me funny, and I was like, how is that not fire to you? Like, I've always been for people pushing the envelope. Like, I feel like there's just not enough people pushing the envelope. Like, I feel like Carti's gay vampire era was him really like, I was like, yeah.
It was the same type of thing.
It was the same type of thing. It was dope. It was cool. He was doing his thing. And like, I don't like the Carti, I'm from the year 2002, fabulous jerseys, and I'm also bald era. Like, that shit
is that the current?
It's the current era that he's in.
I'm sure this has been discussed. All Red, that's the name of that song?
Yeah.
That is a Future song. What is he doing? It sounds just like a fake Future song. Like designer level fake Future.
He has been kind of playing within the lines of this is Carti tangent is completely why people love the show. He's playing within the margins of paying homage and kind of biting also, because he's dressed like 2002, has drops like 2011, and is rapping like 2018, 2019.
But he was already around during that time.
But now it's like even weirder because they're bad. Like, Future is still obviously around, but Thug is out. So like, he doesn't actually need to rap like that anymore. Like, it was cool last year when he was in jail and we didn't know if he was gonna get out. I was like, okay, this will tide me over, because it felt bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was gonna be your Mario Judah.
Yeah, like I didn't like he literally was my Mario Judah. It was like, okay,
Judah.
if I can't have Thug, then Carti 2024 music. I'm here now. Thug's out. And I don't really have a need for Carti anymore. Like, I don't need his music anymore. If that makes any sense.
And he's also like still kind of working with Kanye, right?
I don't know. Here's my thing about that, right?
Do we know?
The Kanye, I don't know what Carti does. I mean, he sees Kanye more than he sees his kids.
Yeah.
So like, who knows? But the Kanye shit is so funny because within the last 2 weeks of us doing the last episode, I would love Eric to have been here as a resident Jew to explain how he feels about all of these things.
What on one hand, yes. On the other hand, like, what's left to explain?
Yeah, but that he hasn't already said. The thing that's funny about the Kanye shit is that, like, I'm confused because I'm like, this is not really an up level from what he was doing in 2018.
Yeah.
This is like pretty much the same, other than like there's a lot less Nazi stuff going on for him here. But
other than the Adolf Hitler.
And then outright just saying, I'm a Nazi.
Yeah, it's almost like, remember when Offset cheated on Carti and then he said he had a burner and he was like, I'm gay. Like, it's like balls in my mouth. I'm gay.
When he was hacked.
Yeah, when he was hacked. I'm like, this is Kanye's I'm gay moment. Like, it's like, I'm a Nazi. It's like we know, like, you don't actually, like, we know he actually does not understand what that entails or what that thought process is. Of course. But like, he's just saying it because at one point, like, he's just trying to get a rise out of people. And it's like, this is the first time, Pat, nobody gave a shit.
No one cares.
No one cares.
The only person who cares is his fake wife, who is apparently divorcing him.
His fembot wife who divorced him. But like nobody cared. Well, I won't say nobody cares. I feel like white people first care because there is a undercurrent, or like not even undercurrent. It's like an overcurrent of anti-Semitism and stuff like that has just risen in the past 2 years, and that's why they care. But black people, we've pretty much been like, whatever, nigga, and have gone and did our own thing.
Kanye has already came for us, and we already
and even that was like, he just repeated a lot of that shit. He just said the slavery thing again.
Yes,
like, it's just like it was like a greatest hits concert.
He did the slavery is a choice thing all over TMZ. Everybody was like really loving it. Now I'm on Instagram and seeing people just be like, too many of y'all still follow Kanye on Instagram, and I'm just like, where was this energy when he was going crazy? Just like, this is no different from like his previous rants.
Yeah.
He does this every...
And nobody cares now. And people even care even less because he lives in Japan.
Well, you know about the care less? And this is my theory on why people don't care less and why people are actually actively protesting him. Like you see like somebody's husband, like one of these celebrities' husbands, like made money off of like fuck Kanye shirts. Like there's like like a lot of people that are, I think it was Hillary Duff's husband or some shit, are making like merch for this motherfucker. There's like a large undercurrent. This is my theory. His music sucks now.
Yes.
It is way easier for people to cut him off because his music is ass.
1,000%. 1 trillion percent.
Yeah.
I would say that about almost anybody.
Yeah.
Like if you're an athlete and if you're making the baskets, it's going to be harder to get rid of you if you're doing fucked up shit off the court.
Right.
Sorry, that's how it is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like especially if it's just like now, if you're actually saying I'm a Nazi, like, if you're in the NBA and you're also saying I'm Hitler, that's crazy.
To be fair, a different skill set.
Yes,
So,
I'll also even up it like, since the music is bad now, and then he can't really make money off that, so he has to go hard trying to like continuously get a rise out of people.
Yeah,
but it's not working because you're not the only person that is anti-Semitic right now. Like being anti-Semitic, it's kind of hot shit.
Like niggas just in general have been anti-Semitic to Drake for about 10 months now. Like that's just a thing that niggas is doing.
And Kanye is operating so adjacent to like the right-wing manosphere at this point. Like, and they have so much anti-Semitism. They don't need him.
Yeah.
Like,
they already have Theo Vaughn. They don't need you, bro.
And they have like then people actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like he's gone so crazy that he's come back around and like likes Drake again, and it's like now all the things that he was actively against he's for.
He's trying to be counterculture, but it's just like being anti-Semitic is kind of like it's hard.
It's like like you're just weird. like especially because of like with the election, it's like you're actually just like your thing's actually popular now.
Yeah, he lost his fast pitch. He's gonna, next thing you know, he's gonna have the backpack on and the mascot bear is gonna come back out and he's gonna be like, I made people Democrats again. Like he's literally gonna say that shit.
But it won't matter because he can't make good music.
That's ultimately where it stands. I think when he was wilding a little bit last year when Carnival came out, people were like, okay, cool, whatever. Carnival was out. When he was wilding, he still had people lying about Pablo and shit. Point. Then the Ye album. The Ye album was like the first time I had ever seen people just en masse say absolutely the fuck not.
No,
like,
I would say that was officially when it was like over. Like if for some reason you're still listening to his music and making a greatest hits from his shit. There are songs on Pablo that, like, depending on your taste, you could justify putting on there.
Father Stretch My Hands,
and especially part 2 is really that. I mean, that's the highlight of that album for me. Some of the stuff live was incredible. When he did it at the Forum, he had the thing where the stage was like floating above the pit, and some of those songs live were like, oh, actually, like, damn, I might have underrated this album a little bit. And then Pat, 3 days later,
Jay-Z's trying to kill me. Jay-Z's trying to kill me.
It was before Ye came out, the album, the I Love Being Bipolar, It's Awesome, I add that album, whatever the fuck it's called. That was like, it was officially over, but like it was literally days after I was like, damn, man, that wasn't such a bad album.
Jay-Z's trying to kill me. I'm sorry. More than anything, there's 2 moments where I was like, it's fucking over. One was when he came down that escalator with Trump looking like a golden lord with the blonde hair.
Oh, yeah, the blonde hair, it had been over.
That's when I think everyone was like, that was the moment where like America just changed. That was like 9/11 for niggas. Like it's where it all changed for us. And then Jay-Z tried to kill me was like the other moment I was like, oh, he's just gone. Like, slavery was a choice was kind of just like a buildup of all of that shit because we had already seen that. But like Jay-Z's trying to kill me is definitely the moment where like, oh, you've gone like R. Kelly level crazy at this point. Like remember R. Kelly said, oh, he Ty flashed the gun at me in the crowd like during the Best of Both Worlds concert. and he ran off the stage. Like that's shit that people don't talk about anymore. Is like how crazy that shit was.
Yeah, because he what did Jay-Z say on Kingdom Come? He tried to call the police on me, try to flip it. I was like, this is a wild flip.
That is a wild,
That's a wild flip, Jay.
Like, listen.
And then blamed us. He was like, "Oh, y'all some snitch lovers. You put the album out."
Exactly.
Don't blame us.
Like ultimately, like, listen. All right, this is no stance for R. Kelly. All right, I'm just looking directly to the audience. All right, there are many things that man has lied about. All right, sometimes on the stand. All right, I do not think he has to lie about somebody flashing a gun at him from the stage and the mace incident. Not the rapper, but the actual spraying of mace. That was a wild point. That was the point I felt like Kanye was at when he said, because like I feel like every rapper's last stop is Jay-Z tried to kill me. And I honestly do believe that Jay-Z probably did try and kill Kanye. I'm pretty sure.
How do you go forward with that?
What do you mean go for it?
What's your thought process on how you're going to accomplish that?
Who, Jay?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. He might try to kill me.
I'm about to say I've never thought about killing.
He might try to kill. That's why Nas was the only one that could have stopped him.
Speaking
Nas
of
was the only one that had a chance to stop him, and then he let off the gas. And I feel like for what we getting right now in rap right now, Nas should have did it, because I feel like that it was, it would have been done already.
Speaking of Nas, did you read Kanye's original album title for Yeezus?
No.
Would you like to know?
What is it?
I just want to take a few seconds to just look at Pat's face.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
What is it?
Cyrus over here laughing. The original title is Nigger Cock. It killed me because I remember when Nas wanted to put out Untitled, and one of the song titles, they leaked one of the song titles. They're like, yeah, he's got a song coming out called Fear of the Black Man's Dick.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, it doesn't sound too far away. Kanye and Nas are kind of close.
Didn't Kanye diss Nas in his album and say he gave him them beats for no reason? Or was it Tiana? Kanye just done. Listen, we could go for a whole episode talking about the wild shit he's done from then to I'm gay. I mean, I'm a Nazi, like to that moment of his career. And it's like, nothing should shock you or surprise you. And to our Jewish listeners and to Jewish people, like obviously like that, obviously it sucks. Like it's terrible. But he betrayed us years ago. So welcome to the fucking club, motherfucker. Like he's betrayed us a long time ago. Y'all are late.
He has been so gone for. I mean, he's at this point he has been gone almost as long as he was around. Really, like if he was around from 2002, 2003 until 2015, okay, that's 12 years versus now he sucked for 9 years. He's basically sucked for the amount of time
half of his career.
Great.
Yeah. Like there is a major cutoff to his music. I think like honestly, like I mean, we did late registration last year for ThrowBLKs, and I was like, damn man, this guy was a fucking problem. Yeah. But then it was like, I can't talk about nothing else he did.
It really is like a unique fall off because he was, I mean, the best for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it's not like after he fell off, it's not like, oh, well, this was an album that sucked, but like this song was good. This like there was some interesting stuff on this one. I kind of see what he was doing on this one. No, it's just here's the first half of his career. It's amazing. Here's the second half of his career. You can basically ignore it completely.
Yeah,
that's insane.
There is nothing essential. I mean, people will argue, Pablo. I'm not going to. I've always never been a Yeezus fan, but I understand its merits and why people love that album. It was a moment. People fucking love that shit.
That the Stephen Hayden quote on that is the best. It is a good album. It's a great album.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, you can see the cracks forming in a way that is too hard
How
to deny.
many revisions of that album did they have before it was done?
It was the only time he really got away with being like, it's coming out in 5 weeks. and then like, and everyone was like, okay, sure, you dumb son of a bitch. And then like it happened and the album was good. But that ended up being bad because it proved that like, oh, I can do that. It's like getting a good grade on a paper because you do 2 hours before it's due.
That was the point where he was making revisions to songs and shit. Because remember, there's a time, and I don't know if a lot of people remember this. It was 10 years ago. I don't blame you. There was a time when like people bought Yeezus on CD but the people who bought it on CD were not getting the same version of the album people were getting on streaming.
Like once digital became a real thing, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna change it.
There are like the Blood on the Leaves. I distinctly remember this on CD. Like it's like a collector's kind of item. If you have that on CD, it is not finished. Like it still has some mumbling on it.
What's that one song that's still not fit? Wolves, like Frank Ocean's supposed to be on it, and it's still not.
It still hasn't happened yet.
That's a Pablo song, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Pablo. Yeah, but it's the same difference. Pablo had songs added.
Yeah, songs added to it. And I will say, like, I probably tried to deny it a little bit at the time, even though I wouldn't have to for long because of the Trump shit. But I knew after hearing every one of his intro tracks for his entire career, and then you hear Ultra Light Beam, I was like, it might be over.
Something's going on. But I heard Ultra Light Beam. I was like, something's wrong.
Yeah, I was like, this is not. This is good. This isn't good.
The second half is definitely like from like Yeezus on his identity crisis. Like, especially with like all the revisions. Like he doesn't know what he wanted the album to sound like. He just wanted to get it out there. And then even with Life of Pablo, I still don't know what that album is.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels like a compilation, honestly. It's like one of the more life type stuff.
But with like a 100%. Compilation, but with like his like most like stringent enemies on it. Like he didn't like Drake, and Drake's on it, and then he doesn't like he's kind of coming like whatever with Kendrick, but Kendrick's on it too. It's like
he likes Chance the Rapper and ends up hating him.
Exactly. Like literally all of his ops are on this album. Like
I think Kanye really liked Chance, and then Chance like begged to be on the album, and he was just like, okay, now I hate you.
It was like when Aiden Ross called him sir too many times.
It's got so bad that even the most like sycophantic people in the world, Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, all these people that will like, and for all intents and purposes, years before this, would platform him. They would let him go in there and say whatever the fuck they wanted to say, or like, no, we're not gonna do it. I'm like, well, like, what's the difference between this week and last year when you probably would have did it anyway?
The music sucks. The music Ross, isn't good.
Aiden Ross of all people, who's had neo-Nazi right-wing dudes on there before, but as soon as it comes to Kanye,
whoa, buddy, hold on now. Like again, I stand firm in the fact that the reason people are able to turn their back on it is because the music sucks.
It's 100% true.
It's taken a long time. You know, Kanye's went from backpacker to avant-garde artist to YN, and now it's just not working anymore. The Kanye's YN phase from like 15 to like 18 was wild. Like he really thought he was a YN.
Well, it's kind of really tied in with when he found out he could like go back in and edit the music after he'd uploaded it, where it was like he went from person who like very definitively like set trends like in a way that was like, you know, at points years ahead of people. Like think about like, you know, even when like Lil Wayne started using autotune the first time after Kanye started using it, and it was like, wait, what? This is happening now? And now it's impossible to think of a world without that happening. Yeah. And at a certain point, he stopped doing that type of thing, and he went from setting trends to chasing them.
I just thought about something. Another Jay-Z tried to kill me moment. T-Pain and autotune. Yeah. Then what happened after that? I'm telling you, the Jay-Z tried to kill me moment is when your shit is coming to an end.
Yeah.
Because I really do believe them when they say he tried to kill them. But ultimately, it doesn't matter.
You also become a crazy guy as soon as you say it.
Kendrick, Drake, Cole, don't say it. Don't say he tried to kill you.
Do you remember when T-Pain was like, right after Summer Jam, he was like, man, fuck that. That was fucked up what he did. And then like, days later, after the internet completely bullied him, he went on he hopped on Successful. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. I was just in a bad mood. And then that might have been the catalyst for a lot of things that he says today about how stressed he is.
I think it was fucked up though. Like, I don't think Jay-Z should have like made a whole song just being like his whole gimmick. Nah, we gotta end that shit right now.
Jay-Z became stink meter way earlier in his career than he should have.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, hating on T-Pain, it was just like, the dude from Tallahassee, bro? Like,
how you hating on money phones, nigga?
Yeah, and also, like,
money phones are fun.
It's so weird to, like it made more sense, I guess, at the time, but, like, it's so weird just to be like, here's the most popular shit in the world. I don't like that very much.
And there's only, like, one guy doing it right now. Yeah, it hasn't become a trend yet.
Yeah,
like, exactly. You guys are stepping fetching ass niggas. What are you doing? No, you can't do that. Like,
and
bro.
Then, also, like, T-Pain actually, like, really sing. So it's just like,
Yeah.
Auto-Tune was just for fun. No?
Yeah.
Bro, Jay-Z tried to kill me. Don't say it, all right? What? I wanted to ask this, and me and Pat have talked about this kind of off show, but it's cool to have a white person on the show now. Yes. You know,
this is like Luka going to the Lakers.
Hey,
actually, they already had JJ and Austin Reeves and Dalton Connect.
Ultimately, yes. Can white people say YNs? Can they say YNs? Because the thing is,
I think
because the thing is, hold on, hear me out. All right, I don't give out N-word passes. I don't do that. But YN is just becoming eponymous with just regular lexicon of words.
It's like becoming like a guy.
Yeah,
or like
they're going to YNs. Like if Pat gets up and says they're going to YNs, I'll be like, and I'll look over like, wait, what?
Like it's different than like actually saying the N-word, which you should, as a white person, shouldn't say.
You don't have to say that white people should say the N-word. Or actually, you know what? It is a rite of passage for you to say this on this show. That
don't
white people
say it,
should
man.
say it.
You listen. If you're thinking about saying it, don't do it.
There you go.
But even like the version of like saying it like, oh, if you were like quoting a song or something and like you were writing a review, like that's still different than like saying like there they go.
I'm a devil's advocate, right? I honestly feel like people are going to allow white people and anybody else to say YNs because it is interchangeable depending on what you look like. Like you look at me saying it and I'm saying young niggas, right? You look at a white person saying it, a white person could realistically say, I meant young Negroes.
Young neighbors?
Young neighbors. Young naggers. No, but like I feel like that's going to be the out for that.
Also, I feel like they might just, in the same way that everyone says like king or queen now, like it's like a lot of people like don't really even realize like that was like appropriated.
Imagine like, if you will, in Kentucky, the year is 2026. A man who was born in 1965 looks outside of his window and sees 4 young black males outside of his house. And the one thing he says to his wife, Galinda, is
Galinda.
Look at them YNs over there.
Okay,
like what? Like what is he saying then? What is he saying then?
In this scenario, he might already have been saying that.
Yeah. Before him saying YN is like turning it down. He's trying to be PC.
Yeah,
Look
exactly.
Look at them YNs over there.
Like,
to what Justin is saying is like right now, it does mean young nigga. Like it's going to become guy when white Twitch streamer says it.
YGs.
Oh, it is YG. If it's hell no. If y'all switch it up and make it YGs, fuck no. I'm gonna be upset.
It's already bad enough when white people say my guy.
Yeah. Or I hate when white people say my dude.
I think I've probably said that like if I've said it, it's a single hand number of times, and I felt like weird about it after.
Like when I see that, I want to just slap whatever they're holding out their hands, even if they're not holding anything. I just want to slap it.
First off, it's not. We all know what you were like not saying.
Yeah.
And second off, it sounds stupid. Like it sounds dumb. There's no way to say it and sound cool. That's just how it is.
My favorite was David Drake. He was a longtime journalist, but also now he works, I guess he does A&R at I think Alamo or something like that. Like when My Nigga came out for YG, he said, well, why don't we just say Mac Miller? Like Mac Miller.
Mac Miller. My motherfucking Miller?
Yeah.
But it works.
It works so well.
Especially with Rich Homie Quan's verse, Mac Miller got a car, Mac Miller got a lake. Mac Miller need a job. Mac Miller, he's straight. Like, it works.
I mean, that's the same thing with Paris. I mean, they can't call it niggas in Paris, so they call it Paris.
But the white people would say, 100% white people saying niggas in Paris.
No way.
Yes, they were
for sure saying it.
Yes, they were. White people were saying niggas in Paris.
So people,
a white person telling you that white people were saying niggas in Paris.
And
they
I
were
would
saying
say, like, and some of them, like, for sure. I mean, everyone should know fucking better. No shit.
Yeah.
But some people, I would say, are just like so dismayed that a song with that title is popular. They don't really know what else. They're like, I don't even know what the fuck else to say. But even you could say, it's easy to say nothing. It's actually very easy to do that.
But even as artists, like, you can't nigga police everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't nigga police everything. I can't. It's impossible for me to. So, like, if I'm somewhere at a party and I hear it happen, like, I can't just be like, hey, nigga. Like, I can't nigga police everything.
I've been the guy at a concert that hears, what was it? Oh my God. It wasn't my nigga at the time, but it was at Big Sean. It was a Big Sean show and a J. Cole show or something like that. And I can't remember what they were screaming.
It sounds awful, by the way.
It had mad niggas in it. And you just got to give the look. You might not have to go, hey, nigga.
Yeah.
Hell you saying? But you got to give the look at
yo, look, I got into a fight in college over this.
Yeah, it's when he fought Eric on the front lawn.
No. No. I got into a fight. It was my sophomore year of college, and it was a house party. My girlfriend and her at the time, and her roommates used to always have house parties, right? Yeah, and they were
You probably love that.
I loved it. Boy, it was great. But she was from Northern Virginia, right? And Northern Virginia has a huge Cambodian population. And it was me, it was my boy Steve, white dude. I keep a politically current and progressive white person on my squad. And I think I'm very, very happy of that. You know what I'm saying? So he was that for me. My guy
Shout out to Steve.
He was ginger guy. Is that like wrong to say ginger?
No, my partner's a ginger.
Oh, well, he was ginger.
That's not a slur.
And then like two of my, it was basically the four of us, right? It was the four of us, and we were just chilling.
When you had a Cambodian guy in the squad, or you did?
The Cambodians had come over. They had come over to the party, and like, mind you, I had seen my friend Rayvon and his pals get into fights with Cambodians before for this exact same thing. Okay. Right? So I'd seen it. And I was trying, at the time, it was funny because I was trying to, like, I was making beats at the time, and I was trying to give some beats to Rayvon, and he was fighting. I was like, well, I'll see you on Monday, and I'll give you those beats on Monday. I was like, I'm not about to get into fights with Cambodians. So, like, the Cambodians said the N-word, right? And, like, my heart immediately was just like, do. Because, like, you're in college. I was a YN at the time, and I was not taking shit from nobody. Then. I was taking shit from nobody. So we heard it, and we was like, yo, like chill with that. It was like, oh, my bad, yo, like, just chill. So party got rowdy. Everybody was turning up.
Were these like English as a second language guys?
No, but the Cambodians out there, they was like niggas. Like, they dressed, they acted like they wore the phone pauses. They look like, and anyone from Northern Virginia knows this. Like, this is just regular out there. But this is
really phone pauses. This is really a 10-year anniversary episode.
Yes, I didn't know that though. I was from Southern Virginia. I was from Norfolk. Like, I didn't know anything of that. So like, when I saw it, and me and my friends saw it, we were just like, that's not cool, because it don't happen where we're from, right? So the cops came eventually. This is like a normal thing in college. Cops always come to the house party. We were all hiding upstairs. And so we was trying to tell people, shut up, shh, be quiet, because, you know, we're not the owners of this house. They were drinking, and, you know, we don't want anybody to get put in the paddy wagon or whatever. And so one of the Cambodian niggas said, man, shut up, nigga. And my friend Adriel, love him to death, he came from like this place called Roberts Park. It was a project. It's gone now in Norfolk. Like, he didn't take shit from nobody. One of my toughest, rowdiest friends ever. Like, he was loyal. He protected us. You know what I'm saying? Like, he protected all of us. He came out and said,
you always need a guy like that.
Yes, absolutely. He came out and he was just like, who said that shit? He was like, me, nigga, what you gonna do about it? And I was like, yo, and I'm gonna be real. Oh. It was me, him, and Steve. It was three of us.
Y'all not gonna let him get jumped.
And like five of them. All right? This is all over nigga. The word nigga, right? I'm gonna be real. Adriel started that fight because he punched him in the face. And they had a tiny bathroom. The bathroom was maybe as big as like this part of this whole thing right here with the tub. Everyone just rolls into the bathroom, and we're just fighting. And at that moment, I don't know what came over me. I'm not a fighter. This is like my first fight ever.
Getting in a fight sucks.
Yes. So I'm trying to get these guys off my friend. I'm boom, elbowing, punching. My fucking fist hurt like shit. I was skinnier then than I am now. So you already should know that my whole shit was fucked up.
Way Barrett Bullhammer?
But no, I did elbow a nigga. But like, I'm not trying to like,
did you get hit?
Glamorize the whole shit.
No, it's not. It's
not. But it was a big like.
At least you were young.
Yes. He looked like, was one Cambodian dude. He looked like fucking E Honda from Street Fighter. Like, he was huge. My boy Adro was hauling a D. He was in the toilet. Now, like on the toilet, then he dragged him over into the tub and just started pounding on the nigga. He was holding him by his dread, like he had cornrows, and he pulled one of his cornrows up, like off his scalp. Like that's how bad he was whooping this nigga's ass. Beat his ass. And then I promise you, because I did not see Adro for the rest of the night after this, I'm not lying to you. I'm looking straight into the camera. I promise you, I swear on everything I love. I saw him take the shortest Cambodian dude and grab him by his shirt. They had stairs. He slid down the stairs like it was a sled on the Cambodian dude and just slid all the way down and continued the fight outside and just like kept it rolling. My girlfriend at the time was in the bathroom jumping in on the Cambodian niggas, cool. But I was like, the one moment, I was doing good. The one moment that I was like, no, get out. Don't fight. I look over, D.
The slow-mo?
Dude, I said, oh, they about to work me.
Hey, shout out to her for jumping in.
All because I was trying to protect, and I was like, because I was like, again, I was elbowing. It's 5 of them against us. I'm going to be real. Adriel probably destroyed 3 of them, and I probably just, whatever. So I got my glasses knocked off, so I couldn't see. They stepped on my glasses. They was fucked up. He slid down the stairs on the nigga, and they were just the fat nigga was just in the tub like this, bloody, looking crazy. And I'm gonna be real. There was one last dude that was just standing, just looking dazed, and I punched him in the face.
Had to get your confidence back.
You had to take your 1W.
And then like he didn't get me back because everybody was like, "Good off." Like, you know, people would like grab him. I punch him in the face because I was just like, "Yep, I'm gonna sneak him."
I do that at Apex. When I see people at AFK, I'll take a free shot.
I snuck him. I'm not gonna lie. I snuck him. But again, this type of violence don't happen no more because everyone gets the nigga pass, and I like that's why like from that moment on, from like that age on, I was like, I can't nigga police everything because it's gonna end up being that every time.
You're also fighting against, like, I don't know how often this happens anymore, but like I remember, I think it was when Habits and Contradictions was out.
Oh God!
And I was at the Palladium, and I was seeing Schoolboy Q, and he said something like, you know, like, everybody who's here put food on my daughter's table. So like tonight you can say whatever you want.
Oh no.
And I was sitting there like, all right, well, I mean, I'm not going to, but like, what the fuck am I going to do about it? Like, he just told 5,000 people who just paid money to see him that they can say, like, he's kind of in charge right now.
You didn't want to rap blessed?
I didn't want to rap a word.
Still, bless my Miller. Bless my Miller.
Just
again, I still feel like the YN conversation is gonna be like, this is one TikTok I saw where it was like the teacher, when it's time to read a book that says the N-word in it, and they get like they like warm up. They warm up. So like the one time a white person ready to say YN, they're just like, there goes those YNs over there.
It's gonna break containment on like TikTok or whatever, and people are just gonna start saying it without knowing. That's
already happening, Pat.
Yeah,
it's already happening.
Yeah,
it's gonna become that thing where like white people just jumble up AVA.
Yeah.
So it's just like because what is it? A lot of people just say TS for like this shit, and then people would be like, no, that means this, and it's just like young niggas is gonna become something else in the near future.
I saw a tweet where niggas thought it meant transsexual. I'm not gonna lie.
In certain circles, it will.
It will.
It does.
TS does not, to me, translate to this shit very easily. It very much looks
depending
like
on the
trans.
website that you're on.
Yes, it means something different. It does not translate cleanly to this shit to me.
That will happen to YN relatively soon.
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you that's 80-year-old man in Kentucky has already got his eye on YNs.
He does.
When I go to Pornhub, shout out to being in the blue state, and I see YN on the title, that's when I know it's over with.
What's YN mean on Pornhub?
Young nigga.
No.
It means it's a regular thing. It's just like that it's in titles on Pornhub. It's like, oh, we're in trouble
and then
now.
In the top search where you go search, it's gonna say YN, and it'd be like, yeah, that's what it broke the barrier.
Young nude is what I thought it would mean. Young nude.
I'm about to say I wouldn't trust that on Pornhub. Why
it could be anything.
Pornhub?
Young Nigerian.
All right, bro.
That was too much for Mark.
Just say
on Pornhub. That's where I'm looking. It's like on Pornhub. That's the part that gets me the most.
Just say Young Guns. Just
Young
say
Guns?
Young Guys.
Young Guns is good. I like it. Young Guns, although it could have like a little bit of the the thug stink on it, but also it doesn't have like.
Yeah, we can't try Chris and Lil Neepy like that. Why are you doing that?
Well, I just want people to use it, in a way that is safe, where they don't get slid down on stairs upon. You know what I mean?
I think more of it is come on with your own stuff.
That is.
No one will do that.
We're running out of that.
That hasn't happened.
Be creative,
Cyrus.
anymore.
That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Like no one will come up with it. It will get co-opted.
We're in our heavy white girl era of music, and then white dudes is just stealing from niggas.
Bro.
Okay, well, how about rock and roll? That happened, and then when they changed rock and roll, they made new metal, and that was also stealing black music.
Is Bucko black?
Bucko could be anything. I saw a funny ass tweet today though, and I'm going to recite it. But now that we're on this conversation, the tweet says, "My brother-in-law just casually said ate and left no crumbs. Should I pull my sister aside?" like that. Like literally, that's what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah.
Because all of this is jumbled up. Like there's literally, it almost feels like there's literally like no culture in anything anymore. And it's like everyone is. That's why like black people are guarding their culture heavily. Mexicans are guarding their culture heavily. Everyone is guarding their culture heavily because it's being co-opted so much by so many other things. And it's like obviously this is like a different kind of thing, talking about ate down, no crumbs. Obviously, like that's
no,
like
but it is the same thing.
Gay, queer,
like
sort of like slang. I be saying I fear.
Yeah, like I fear is correct, but I fear
that was hilarious.
I fear actually does not sound good said out loud.
No,
it does not sound good said
I
out
fear
loud.
is kind of like in a category with fam, where it's like, oh, that's better typed. It's better written.
Like,
said out loud, it's
fam?
not always great.
Like no, like there's some other slang that just sounds. Well, honestly, ate down does not sound good offline. Like it doesn't sound good offline. Like left no crumbs doesn't sound good.
A lot of slang when you're saying it out loud just sounds like you're saying like, he ate and that's on T, sis. Like,
and that's on period.
That's getting clipped. That's getting clipped, by the way.
That's on period per like a lot of shit. But the thing is, like, it don't sound good when we say it. It sounds good when people from that community says it. Like they sound cooler saying this shit. Like I'm not saying it's bad.
Coming from
it sounds natural. Sounds cooler coming from them. Like it just. But also we're seeing a proliferation of internet slang, and we're all of the age where we saw this slang form.
Yeah,
and we've seen it leave online.
But it's so weird to. Yeah. Like, Cyrus is a little bit younger than us, but like there is a very, very like not really even with Facebook. I don't really even know exactly when it was. Instagram maybe, but like there's a very like it wasn't so long. It was probably about 10 years ago that memes went like mainstream.
Yes,
and that is really like a big dividing line.
Yeah,
it's when like a meme used to be like, I'm really gonna sound old here. A meme used to be like a self-generate. It used to mean more than a word with pictures on it. Now it just means a word with pictures on it.
Yeah, like Howard Dean Bia was like the thing in 2004. Like that was the thing.
Or sorry, excuse me, pictures with words on them, but like not words with pictures on them, but it's something that like had context and was like generated over time, and that still is true. But it's also like, I made a meme literally just means I put text over an image.
Yeah.
Like, and that is the same phenomenon, but it's happening so much faster now. Like you're talking about, black people, Latinos, like trying to protect culture. And it's like, that's true, but it can't be protected when like something like TikTok exists to a certain extent, because the point of it is to not protect.
Yeah. Things. And it's so simple. Like literally my favorite meme of the last couple of years, it's like it's so like understated and so subtle. And like people will be like, how is that your favorite? Like that one friend that's too woke is one of my favorite memes because it is so simple. That and the Uncle Phil chill nigga, you being hot is two of my favorite memes of all time, because they used to encapsulate just such a feeling that was within that moment, but you also understood it. You know what I'm saying? That one friend is being too woke. That face
or
that
the
girl
inverse
is
of
making.
the one friend that's not woke.
Yes, it's funny. Or my other favorite one, third favorite one, Jazz Music Stop. That one was my favorite one. Like Jazz Music Stop used to be the catch-all meme for everything at one point, and you couldn't use it offline. It was very online. Like a lot of people get shocked at me.
Yeah, you can't say that. And,
yeah,
like somebody will like get it. Like
yes,
when you said it, I remembered the picture, but it was
yes.
like, how many of our like people that listen to this have like actually like seen that?
Or like
exactly.
if I say like Mr. Krabs, like
yes.
like that, like
that. The Mr. Krabs meme. There was a Principal Skinner one where he's hopping out the window with the blur on it.
Yeah,
like that was like my wife and her friends always wonder how I find these memes so fast. I'm like, because I collect them so I can look at them from a certain time.
Yeah,
I literally pulled up How Much Dick You Want the other day. The stud meme where she pulls out the strap on.
Yeah.
How much dick you want? I just have it on my phone saved.
Oh man, I have a lot of good ones saved on my phone.
I just don't want to miss. I don't want to miss these memories. You know what I'm saying? Because like now they don't hit like they used to hit.
Yeah.
And
because it's too fast.
Yeah.
For the same reason that YN will become like it will become.
You said it.
I'm saying
you said it.
I'm saying it in the academic sense that I already said it was okay to say it.
Like an English professor.
Yeah.
It's in quotations when you say it.
Yeah, I'm saying it like that. The Black Studies professor from the Chappelle Show.
Young natured.
I believe it means but like that will just become a thing that like that will just be like people will start saying it and then in like a year it will just be gone.
Yeah.
The internet moves things at like a rapid pace, and like even in our current age with like TikTok and Twitter and stuff like that. And then I'm not that much younger than you guys, but you remember when like 8 million views used to mean something?
Yeah.
Like that is so like you get that now. So
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
you're a hot topic for a week at most.
Yeah. Like but a lot of people made their careers off that 8 million. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people made their livelihood off of that 8 million. Mm-hmm. And now shit can get botted. There's so many things that are like not real. And it's like I hate to say like, but like, you know, I love talking about old internet. Like old internet is just such a trove of really interesting things that have somehow mutated for the worst in some way, shape.
Somehow,
forms.
I know how.
Yeah, there was like the LeBron meme with him in the cigarette, and then people would come up with like, I don't care if you're the New York Yankees, it would just LeBron in 5 or Lakers in 5, like Cavs in 5, like that shit was funny because of the moment. You couldn't take that out of the internet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It had to stay there, and it's like there's things like YN, like 8 Down, like all of this stuff that has been kind of mutated from its original sense. And now our memes are like the things that I save now are literally just clips from the guy. There's this guy who always says like the top 10 softest hoods in Minnesota, like that guy, like this guy, like I'm not clipping pictures from him. Trust me. Like I'm clipping him say that, like or there's this one guy I really like. I can't. Their names escape me because again, like it's in one ear out the other. Like he always bothers his father and like he'll have like a Mandem, like a UK accent, or like, and he'll be wearing like tech fleece, like it's shit like that. It's like we're not doing pictures no more. It's all moving. It's like it's so fast.
Or
it has advanced.
Yeah.
Or for a while, like a lot of memes were just screenshots of tweets.
Yeah.
Like this is describing this scene. Like
yeah. And I was gonna reference one of my favorite memes, but it's literally a tweet.
Yeah.
And it's the episode of Fresh Prince, the episode where he sees his father.
Yeah.
And like he edited himself in the picture and said, we should beat that nigga ass.
We should beat that nigga ass. And it was just him right next to him. I mean, shit, like even tweets, it's like people always come in here and talk about shit like Charlie Brown had hoes. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Stop lying.
He never had hoes.
True.
That isn't true.
What is it? The one where just like, the Family Matters joint, she'll come down from the stairs, crowd go, ooh.
She looking trash. Again, you can't replicate this. Like, I fought for this.
But it's also like it's stuff that is like you can't contextualize it. Like it's impossible to like. That's why it's a meme, because you have to know like 4 years worth of random unrelated stuff to know why this is funny.
I mean, that nigga eating beans.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that nigga eating beans is like one of the last. That nigga eating beans. And I'm sorry for anyone who doesn't know any of these memes. I'm sure Mark will like make a clip and he'll have these tweets up there. He'll do something, but like
I every single meme into this video.
Yeah, like I can't properly explain all these memes. Like I feel like my wife's gonna listen to this and be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
This nigga eating beans is a classic.
It's one of the last classics.
I mean, I hear somebody open food in the movie theater, and you think about that.
Yes!
Like
it's gonna be so sad for a day and time where somebody goes, "What do you mean?"
Yes.
When you're saying this nigga's eating beans, like
yes,
it's gonna make me very sad.
And what's crazy is that was a white person who tweeted that.
Yeah,
and typed it out and everything.
It all comes full.
It all comes full circle back to YNs, man. All full circle. I wanna ask you, Cyrus, as your first, you're a resident now. It's your first 2 weeks. How are you feeling? How is everything? You're in the control center right now, because we're still working out production shit. But you're here. You're still here on the show. How has it felt?
It feels good. It's been raining a lot, so I haven't like been able to like really explore the city and stuff like that.
Just a month of normal weather.
Yeah. You'll get it in March.
It feels good to be here. It's really nice. I had like a lot of fears of like coming here, and then like that was really just me like just in my own head because nothing has come into fruition.
I don't ever hear you talk about fear ever.
Oh no, I'm fucking terrified.
I don't ever hear it. I mean, we all know. Sorry, like Mark never heard you talk about fear. I've never heard you talk about fear ever. So like that's news to me.
Yeah, no, like it's just like responsibilities and like things related to that. I don't have like really fears of anything in like my family back home and stuff like that. I told you literally the day after I left, my mom got into 2 car crashes.
Yes.
In a row.
Yes.
That's not funny, but that's crazy.
Yeah, so
when he told me this, I almost crashed the car.
Yeah, I just left.
Yeah.
This is my cousin calls me. He's just like, hey, like, what's going on and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, like, did you hear about your mom? And I was just like, oh, what happened? Oh, my mom was telling me that like she got into a car crash. So she crashes into an undercover cop.
Okay, great.
Lets her slide.
That's just like that Modest Mouse song.
Yeah. She goes down the block. Gets hit by another car, totaled. Car's done. And then she just texted me yesterday that she got a new car, and I'm just like, you probably shouldn't have.
Bro, that cop said, "Is that a YN that hit me?"
I was just like, you better be careful, man.
But I think ultimately, I hear that, and I'm like I think this is like, and I said the same thing to Mark. I think me and Josh said the same thing to Mark a year ago. It's like, everyone that's coming into this is just coming into like a place of love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's so much support. I almost get jealous because when I got here 10 years ago, it was not that at all. It was not that at all. Like, not that I'm mad or whatever, but it was literally just like to see how this has all grown from me and Pat and Eric to like everybody here now. Like that is insane. You guys are fucking crazy because I literally just be like, all right, like if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Like I think one of the funniest and craziest things is that like my wife cannot believe that all of us met on the internet. Like that
it's amazing.
That is the craziest part.
My speech at like the day after your wedding, where it's just like, yeah, we're really just like 12 guys that just met on the fucking
There's
internet.
a picture of you talking about that.
Yes, it is. Can y'all send it to me? I don't have it anymore.
I think I have the picture of you because that picture is like, look at Cyrus capping.
That's like how we all met. Like,
it's true.
Video games, and then I met Pat through you. Honestly, Pat was like the person that I met like face to face, like ever. Like I didn't meet him playing a fucking video game or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really nice to be here. Honestly, like,
when did we meet in real life for the first time? At Mania?
No,
it was before that, right?
It was RNC Cookout.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
RNC Cookout was when everyone met. Like I love RNC Cookout, and I want to have a lot of more of us here to talk about that day.
Yeah.
The 5-year anniversary of that is coming up, or 6-year anniversary of that is coming up this coming July. But But that also was like the RNC cookout was a evolution of the fact that like me, Pat, and Eric used to throw parties, and we were prestige worldwide from Step Brothers. On our shit, we had a flyer and everything.
That it was basically the 4th of July party. That was basically just us hanging out at your house.
But what is it? The first time I came to LA, what is it? I met Justin 20. I think I already know what picture that is that y'all laughing about. But
look at my sister-in-law. She's like, this thing a lion. She like, this thing a lion is ass.
Oh, yeah. Like I met Justin 2017. I came here 2018. Justin was supposed to meet me here, but it was like around Thanksgiving, so he went home to like go see his family.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. Like I had people here that I was like staying with in like Glendale or whatever, but I was just like, nah, man, that would have been an opportunity. I probably would have met you a lot sooner.
Yeah.
If we got to link, but yeah, I like being here a lot. I'm having a lot of fun. Honestly.
He's an A-list member, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cha-ching! Mark, what's up, Mark? You're fucking lagging.
It like morphed on my skin as soon as I landed.
Bro, as soon as he got off, he said, let me get this A-list right now.
Yeah, I still got a copy. I'm saying I'm taking care of internal. A lot of adulting this week. I gotta hang some shit.
I don't even want to talk about that.
No, we do have to talk about hanging. I don't want to talk about
that. Gotta hang some photos and shit.
Y'all got that. Y'all got that.
The command strips.
Yeah,
this motherfucker Mark calls us today and says, well, learned another lesson, guys. And I was like, oh, Mark.
I was so sure you put a hammer through the wall or something.
No, I was like, Mark, he watched the Reds with the Whites. It happens. He said, the thing that he said in that text after that, I was like, yep, I'm going to put my phone down and just walk away from it real quick.
I wouldn't have done it like that. But honestly, like, what is it? It was like last year where I was just like, everybody's just like, oh, just come like live in LA. And I was just like who's going to house me though? Like, who's going to be here when land on my feet? And then Justin was like, not me. And then left. He got he got on voice chat. And then laid his bastard down. I got my whole room to myself.
There was never a fucking point where I would ever but you know, like my first year, like Pat knows, like my first year was really like turbulent. You know what I mean?
It was.
It was really turbulent. It was really a test. And I've said this is the third time I've said this, but it's because I feel actually really like I'm doing what I was here on Earth for. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to help Mark, being able to help Cyrus when they got out here was something that I took very seriously, and I felt that it was very important because like I did not get that support when I was out here, and like I lived with someone who I thought was my friend for over 10 years, and you know that didn't end very well. And ironically, this same guy like hit me up, you know what I mean? And you know we're starting to kind of like mend that relationship and you know figure that all out, you know what I'm saying? But like even in between those 10 years, I found a real brotherhood with everybody. You know, even the people that aren't here, you know, I still love all of them anyway. But it's like, you know, that was important to me because people don't get many chances to get a second chance. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like coming out here was my second chance at life. I found my wife here. I found my best friends here. My brothers here. You know what I'm saying?
It is insane that we've only known each other. Like, we've really only known each other for the amount of time that we've been talking about out in this episode. We haven't known each other much longer than that.
Yeah.
Like, one of our first interactions was when I had never in Ohio and the parts of LA that I had been to, there were no 7-Elevens with gas stations. So that
we got Wawa.
That lyric where Kanye says, like, I stopped at 7-Eleven like I needed gas. I was like, oh, that's one of those Kanye moments where he like says something that's kind of like half true to like get his point across. And Justin was like, hey, fuckface, you can get gas at 7-Eleven.
I'm literally looking at one right now. I get one every time.
I was like, well, you don't like this album very much, so I don't give a fuck what you say.
But again, like, it's what you build here. And I say that, you know, I say this to both of you guys as like, ironically, two Florida people who moved out here. Like, it's what you build. Like, you know, Mark is going through this. Cyrus will go through the same thing. It's like your story here is what you create of it and what you make of it. But you guys know he's always here. Obviously, I'm always here if you guys ever need me. But you know, it's great. I'm glad that you're here, and
I'm having a blast already.
Yeah,
I'm having a lot of fun.
You know what I just realized? Did you have your last Florida meal before you left? If so, what was it?
Last Florida meal. I like to take red-eye flights. So I think I went to Fort Lauderdale International Airport. I had a smoke shack from the Shake Shack that was open. And
no, Florida local meal. What was your last Florida local meal?
Florida local meal?
Because you're from Miami, so like.
Yeah. Florida local meal.
You had a dinner before you left. You had a dinner like the day before, right?
Yes. I had a dinner before I left. I ate at Ichimi, which is a ramen spot in Midtown. Cheap ramen. It comes out really fast and it's very flavorful. It's fantastic. I almost forgot that I had that whole thing.
Because you was doing this what you was doing on this picture at that dinner.
Oh man, they wanted me to like do a speech, but all I could really say, and like it was honestly just how I like really felt at the time. It was just I invited like 12 people and. Well, like really 6, but like I was including their partners in like the reservation or whatever, and then like probably only like 6 showed up, and I was like, oh, it's whatever. So it was like 12 people, like only 6 showed up, and I was just like, no, I just really appreciate everybody being here. Like this means a lot to me, and they were just like, nah, give us more, and I was just like, what the fuck y'all want from me?
Your ass was nervous. You was about to piss yourself. That's why you ain't have more. You was like, shit, what if this don't work?
Yeah, what if I don't want to think like that because everybody would have just been, no, it's gonna be fine, blah blah blah. But I was just like. I just really appreciate like everybody like that was there. Like my tattoo artist was there and her partner, my supervisor, and then like some person that I only met like a year ago. Like they just came to Miami and then I was like leaving.
Yeah,
like, nah, it's cool. You know, I fuck with you.
Yeah,
shit like that.
It's always that moment, but it's always good to understand that like those relationships they all change over time, and like these people aren't gonna the people who showed up for you in that last moment, they're always gonna be there.
Those are my people for life. For the people that didn't show up and then they sent me Instagram DMs, I ain't read that shit. I'm gonna be real. Y'all see that? I ain't read that shit.
Well, at least you can say Jay-Z didn't try and kill you before you left. But that is the episode. Thank you guys for listening and watching, of course, on YouTube to this episode. Just an update, program update. Next month's ThrowBLKs will be Party Next Door 1 and 2. So that's happening. Mm-hmm. And then the month after in April will be T.I. King. All right. And I feel like I have an idea of what May will be.
An idea of May? I'm already excited for King because King was a huge moment in my teenage years. So
that's not 20 years old, is it?
Next year.
Next year.
Cool.
I don't want to stick to. I don't want to.
No, that's not. Yeah.
I don't want to like be beholden to anniversaries for ThrowBLKs. I just want to do albums as I feel them.
Yeah.
But
King is one of, I would say, person obviously for you too, but like one of the most significant albums in the last 20
for sure
in 25 years.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it's a shame what happened to that guy after it happened. But
yeah, that's another not quite the same. Because like he could probably still rap on any beat like pretty fucking well now if he wanted to. But I mean, Paper Trail had obviously the pop hits that it had, but after that, not a great
lot of jail
career.
One fateful U-turn later, and it all changes.
Yeah.
Maybe you should join us for that one. Pafifi.
Yeah, I would love to for King. Yeah,
that was a college ass album for myself, Mark, and everybody here. But those are the next upcoming ThrowBLKs, so you guys don't have to wait. Go ahead and listen to PND 1 and 2. We're going to be talking about those. We're going to do some R&B. And then after that, we're going to hit you with King right after that. So thank you for listening to Don't Steal This Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to our Patreon, $5 down. And you get access to all this stuff for free early. Not free. Well, you get all access to it early. But you also get the discussion board. With me and Mark will pop in.
Maybe free newsletters.
Maybe, we'll get the newsletters as well. And also, if you want to ask a question, Pat, me, Cyrus, anybody on the show.
I got answers for everything.
I feel like people will definitely be asking you more questions after this week's episode.
I don't know anything. Don't ask me nothing.
All right. Well, I'll answer for Cyrus and on. But yes, thank you guys for listening. For Cyrus and MC and Pafifi, I am J5. We'll see you guys next time on the show. Peace.
Peace.